Hey guys, Tyro here, bring you some more Warcraft 3 action. Same stage spawning in the north, we have Lawliet playing as Night Elf, going for the Keeper of Growth first. And a bit of Ancient War creeping down on this camp to start things off. And back the other way we have LuChael playing as Undead, Death Knight first. So he's going for a fast expansion strategy. The map is Northern Isles, and this one from the AE Grand Opening Cup 2. Not sure what that is. Not AE we know for Company Furious 2 at least. There we go. Knocks out the Acolyte. Gonna go for a Ghoul next. But the coil is there to save that. On the Blight as well, he is regening a bit, so that Entangle does not get the kill. And the Ziggurat is down. Gonna need to build another Acolyte if he wants to start the expansion though, and here it comes. Circling back, uses the big mana potion with the Keeper, but the Keeper, ooh, he can't squeeze his way out of there, gets surrounded. He's gonna try break the surround with the treants, but no.
A town is under
maintains
siege.
That surround. Oh, he's just about squeezed out, but the Ghoul comes back in. And loses the Ghoul to the Entangle. Or the Acolyte. Oh, it's still alive. I think it would require 2 hits, even with the normal versus medium armor matchup. It's going to survive unless it like stops over here and allows the Trent to get a couple hits in. We do have the Cold Tower, only just upgrading now though. We have actually another Acolyte. I didn't even notice that. Already started the entangled, the haunted mine.
Players' forces are under attack.
So some great Ghoul play from LuChael to start things off. Strong surround capabilities. Gone for a pretty early Acolyte production on this though as well. Definitely intends on having this gold mine completed, and did a little bit more creeping there. 2.5 now. Back the other way, we've got some Huntresses in the build. Looks like he got a potion of rejuvenation.
A player's forces are under attack.
Healing back up. Oh, I didn't actually mention this, but we're on the new patch for this one. Patch 1.35. Quite a few changes, quite a few nerfs to Undead actually. I think like statue mana regeneration is worse. Maybe the haunted gold mine takes 10 seconds longer to put down. Yeah, anti-magic shell, you can dispel it now from banshees.
A player's forces are under attack.
Purge it off with Shaman Purge, for instance.
The town is under siege.
So there's quite a few changes, and it's not looking good for us Undead players. But yeah, there's quite a few changes, so I need you to look up the patch changes. I probably don't remember them all. But yeah, this is one thing that also got nerfed, I think. Something about the Keeper. Okay, well, quite a lot of treants here, harassing the Acolytes. I think he killed any though, and that does result in the level up on the Death Knight. He's starting the tech now. He's not got a necropolis back here though, so any Acolytes that do die can't come back.
A player's forces are under attack.
Away at the marketplace, do have an expansion about to complete in the north for Lawliet. Continue to pump the Huntresses. Okay, going for Nature's Blessing, getting double laws down now as well. And here come the Ghouls. Looks like LuChael maybe has a read. Perhaps be expected to be under siege at the moment if there was an expansion coming up. So he's coming across here and he finds it. Puts down some Blight as well. Nature's Blessing still underway, but here come the bunch of Wisps. One coil to kill one quickly. Trying to get his way into the trees. He eats one. The damage, the armor, when's that going to come through? Oh, it's not quite enough. Did he cancel the upgrade? He does not. Interesting. I think if he had the 7 armor, that would have been a different story. But here we go. Wand of the Wind. Death Knight now getting surrounded. Breaks the surround. Just looking for the surround once again. Only 2 charges on Wand of the Wind, so that's that. Oh, tried to break the surround. Just about. Gonna have to kill another Treant. Death Knight getting very low now. And maybe could be some entangles. Death Knight's actually in some big trouble. The next entangle could be his undoing. He's trying to run. Entangle again. And there he goes. And that's the level up on the Panda as well. Oof. Gotta be careful, you know. Did sell that town portal to try to get that fast expansion going. And he's up costing him his hero. Goes for the buyback.
Are under attack.
I think that was one change as well, right? Buybacks are a bit cheaper now, I think it was. Maybe like 25 gold cheaper or something. Oh, here's the ghoul in a bit of trouble. Okay, a lot of them very low in health, but still alive. That's the most important thing. He's actually got double crypt, triple crypts. Going for the gargoyles now. Got dryads starting to flow, but no expansion. So these Gargs are actually going to be very successful. The old classic matchup, Gargs versus dryads. These ghouls have a long way to run after they chop their wood. Would be more efficient from this side, but minor detail. And here we go, LuChael coming across. Still doesn't have any town portal, no escape. Could be in some trouble. There are the Gargs. Only 3 of them yet, but LuChael has broken upkeep.
A player's forces are under attack.
Does not have any more food buildings in production though. Coil on the Panda. Panda's a little bit low. Death Knight still has a mana potion as well, so he's got plenty of coils. Spends one there to try and steal the experience. Only a small army at this stage, so Lawliet is able to fight back quite effectively. Needs another wave of Gargs before he can really engage. And starting perhaps to pay the price for... Well, here he goes. He's getting stuck in now. Going for a kill. 1 Dryad down to level up on the Death Knight. Got the Lich in here with the Nova now as well. Taking out the Dryads. There goes the Panda. Oh, he's coming back in. Garg's doing decently against the Dryads, but they're starting to get low on numbers. But still has the mana potion available. And they're both going to disengage. LuChael still at 60 food. Expansion nearly complete up here. He's going to go for the kill on it. Just before it switches over to fortified armor. Trying to keep the Lich alive. Still doesn't have a town portal, remember. So this could be a little bit ugly. Nova there. Ghouls unable to run away, and I don't think that Lich is going to get out either. Nice little surround there by Lawliet.
Forces are under attack.
Starts the expansion up again. But hey, no more gold, you know. Still stuck at 1 base Lawliet. Do have to worry about maybe feeding a little bit too much experience to these Night Elf heroes, though. They're starting to get formidable with those levels. I think it was only level 1 Lich still as well, so very cheap and fast to come back. And in the meantime, LuChael going to come in for a bit of Wisp Harass, the old classic.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's what it used to be all about with the Gargs back in the day. And he's just going to send the Keeper back. Does not have an Orb of Venom, so the Keeper's not that threatening to the Gargs, really. Meantime, the Panda's doing some creeping. Medallion of Courage over here. Got a Sobi Mask as well, so he's going to have boatloads of mana. If you can hit level 5, that's going to be very difficult for this gargoyle-based strategy. Looks like tier 3 tech nearly completed for LuChael though. I wonder if he's going to unsummon some of these crypts, or maybe he's going to do like a mass switch over to fiends, start pumping them out. He's got 2 slaughterhouses at this stage. Putting another ziggurat down here for 80 food potential, and he's going to come up. There's actually an ancient protector back here to try and guard this expansion and production. Gargs do a good chunk of damage though. The keepers there as well, entangling on the ground. Goes down. But the expansion... The Gargs are kind of splitting their focus. I think he cancelled it. Transfers over the town portal. But most of the Gargs actually got away with that one. Okay, pretty good. LuChael so far denying all the expansion attempts. That one was a bit more costly though. The Ancient Protector shown its value. Can get a kill or 2 on the Gargs. And the Legion now on the Panda as well.
A player's forces are under
No
attack.
upgrades yet for the Dryads, but he's starting them now. Nothing on the Gargoyles yet either. Disease Cloud. I think that's something also got nerfed, maybe like 10 seconds taken off its duration, something like that. Oh, is this the Death Knight in some trouble, getting surrounded, breaks the surround, the Panda's getting quite low. Switching back onto the ground units though, taking out these unarmored units, very vulnerable to that piercing damage of the Gargs. Most of the Gargs are dead now. Anyway, he's got the Abomination on the field. And he's got 2 of them in production as well. LuChael transitioning across. Expansion looks like this time it's actually going to complete. And yeah, the Lich quite a bit behind on experience, but the Death Knight's still keeping pace with the Night Elf heroes by and large.
A player's forces are under attack.
So he's going to try to do some creeping down this corner. Wand of Lightning Shield. Probably not that useful against the Dryads. I imagine they have Dispel. Not 100% on that though. Retreats here, doing some scouting and harass.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wisps here. They were here earlier. They moved across to a slightly safer location. They're going to clap eyeballs on the Undead army. Knows exactly where he's creeping. Not really doing anything about it though. And the Entangled Mine nearly done. LuChael scouting that out with his Scally. So it's going to be 2 base v 2 base shortly. 4.5k left in the main mines. Ooh, that's an ugly one. Legion Doomhaunt. I think that's one thing that they also nerfed in this patch as well. The aura items again. Legion Doomhorn and the Endurance Aura.
Forces are under attack.
The move speed on them got nerfed on both of those items again, so I'd say at this point maybe the Aura items, at least those, the Endurance and the Unholy, not that good anymore. Might be more happy to get one of those stats items like the Panda's got. Well, most of the ghouls did early on in the fight. That Panda Breath of Fire very potent. And at the moment, the A-Bomb's not very effective. They're getting kited, slowed by all the Dryad poison. He doesn't have any meat wagons out the back, really blasting these Dryads. So this is not terribly effective for LuChael at this stage. Does not have a town portal either, so it's a little bit difficult to extract himself from these Dryads with the poison. Back in though. At least he's going to spread the disease cloud amongst all of these Dryads. As I said, I think shorter duration on it now. He's got a bit of staying power though. Statues out the back doing well. Dryads starting to commit quite deep, looking for the kill on the destroyer and gets it. That's the level up on the keeper now. Here comes the meat wagon finally. Oh, but the keeper goes down to the Lich's Nova. Meat wagon almost immediately dying. And now the focus fire into the panda. He's got the invul potion.
Players' forces are under attack.
Undead heroes trying to extract themselves. He ran back over here just in case he needed a zeppelin. Decent hit there from the meat wagon. Which is in a little bit of trouble. But there we go. Finally scraps together enough mana for the coil. But look at that. Lawliet now with a big food advantage over LuChael. 1-1 upgrades on the A-bombs, by the way. Yeah, LuChael just needed one meat wagon earlier on in that fight. Could have been really effective. But now he's maybe overcommitted. He's got 3 of them. 4 meat wagons? That's definitely too many. Maybe he was expecting to lose this one up here. One thing that I also got nerfed was Keeper of the Grove Ultimate. I think it's got a longer cooldown on it, or maybe it's a shorter duration. I can't remember exactly. Been about 2 weeks since I've read the notes. Now. Okay, coming up for some repairs.
A player's forces are under
spare
attack.
Acolyte for that actually. Still doesn't have the strong Abomination front line, but LuChael able to bounce back, equalize food counts just about. Still only 1-1, but another armor upgrade coming through for the Dryads. Picked up a Tinker third. That's interesting. Maybe expecting a Mountain Giant transition.
A town is under siege.
Rocket Factory, of course, very good against the Mountain Giants. And that is a fast kill. That's one thing that 4 meat wagons are very good against is structure. And Lawliet a little bit slow to respond, ends up losing his X-bow. Oh, but here we go. Dryad drop out the back onto the meat wagons. That's an interesting move. Takes out the Gargoyle, now parked right on top of the wagons. Bit of a turnaround from LuChael. Oh, and the pandas pop the ultimate now. Looking very effective. Knocks out the meat wagons very fast with those panda summons. Oh, but there we go. Good bit of siege damage. That's the last meat wagon though. Yep. And some Zeppelin shenanigans by Lawliet. Pretty effective at the moment. There goes the second to last statue. Panda Summon's about to time out. He's bringing the Tinker back in. And that's the level up on the Tinker now. Could drop down another Pocket Factory. He's going to go for Rocket second though. Interesting choice. Panda now could be in some trouble. Staffed out. A-bomb goes down. A lot of Dryads extremely low. But loads most of them into the Zeppelin. Statue overextending goes down as well. Still a 10 food lead for LuChael's. Got the expansion still running, but he's about to be out of gold at both bases, and Lawliet of course can walk this one across. So if he's playing efficiently, he still has a very good chance of winning this. Much more difficult to go for that second expansion position on this map. They're so much further away, harder to defend. There we go, a big breath of fire. One A-bomb going down. Try coming from the side, baiting these Undead units. Hero scroll, a big value there for Lawliet. Rips down the Zeppelin. There's nothing inside it though. The fighting not going too well for Lawliet. He's so far traded 1 A-bomb for... Ooh, he must have been in single digits there. 1 A-bomb for 3 dryads, I think it was, and the Zeppelin. So not the best. And here we go, trying to sneak an expansion in the corner. We've got a dryad heading out in that direction. Good awareness by Lawliet. Does, of course, have the wisp at the other spawn, so knows it's not going to be over here.
A town is under siege.
And there we go, gets that cancelled. Acolyte dead as well. Still big food lead for LuChael, but his expansion mines run dry. He's got about 300 left at the main gold mine. Oh. There goes another abomination, but disease clouds spread amongst all the dryads. Those ones just off to the north don't get hit. Like just in 53 food. 56. Okay, cashing in some items. Morphing a destroyer or two. Here we go. Nuke onto the panda straight away. Panda running back in. Huge damage. Only 1 Moonwell over here as well. Of course, getting stuffed to the Tree of Ages, which is now moved. Trying to go for an expansion in that corner yet again. And kind of positioning his army so that nothing can go back there and scout. The focus fire into the Death Knight though at the start of the fight. Death Knight gone for level 3 aura. No Death Pact, so he's actually taking a lot of damage. The Panda summons, trying to get the kill.
The player's forces are under attack.
Goes for the Storm one and kills it off. That's a good chunk of the damage. Gets rid of the Cyclone and the Windwalk.
A town is under siege.
Oh, but the Death Knight trying to come back in. The Keeper rotating around. Death Knight, though, he's so fast with that level 3 aura, able to avoid harm. Say the same about the Tinker, though. Tinker getting in some big trouble. Good soak of the Entangle, though, by the Destroyer. Tinker's surviving for the moment. Breath of Fire, Nova onto the Panda. Death Knight running back through, he's in some trouble. A lot of Dryads going down, but it looks like the Death Knight about to fall as well. There he goes, and that's a level up to 6 for the Keeper. Might be able to make use of his ultimate now to heal up all those super low Dryads, but he's a little bit low on mana. Transferred over the Medallion of Courage to try and allow that ultimate to come through. And there it is. Ride's going to come in nice and healthy, but still LuChael with a much larger army. And the Tree of Ages nearly dead. Could drop down another Pocket Factory soon. Glitch in a bit of trouble though, getting focused hard. The rockets being used instead of the Pocket Factory. Nuke onto the Pandas. Stuffing out to safety. And the Entangle on the Lich stops the Lich from being able to right-click. Reducing a huge proportion of the Undead army's damage. And the Lich getting cornered. Ends up going down. There's the Pocket Factory. The Tree of Ages is gonna fall. So LuChael at least takes down the expansion, but now trying to extract himself, he's gonna find it difficult. He's got the expansion up here though.
The town is under siege.
Maybe he can bring back his heroes. No, he's not going for the Ultra Revive. It's gonna be a Tavern buyback. Quite expensive. Wisps over here see LuChael's expansion. Looks like the Pocket Factory should actually be able to knock out that Moonwell also. Here comes the Night Elf army. Acolyte's trying to milk all the gold they can out of this. Death Knight is back. Could unsummon the mine with the last dying gasp from this Acolyte. Doesn't go for it though. And that's a level up on the Panda now as well. has started to mix in the Drunken Brawler, I believe it's called, with the crits and the evasion chance. Well, unsummons coming through for LuChael. He's unsummoning most of his base. So he's going to try to go for another expansion, perhaps down this corner.
Are under attack.
Finds the Ancient of War down here. Big light going to go down. Got all three heroes back though, LuChael, and with a bit of golden reserve, could pick up some consumables. Got a tree coming up here for Lawliet. Going to double time while not much is happening.
A town is under siege.
Alright, here we go. Starting up the fight. He's got a town portal on the Death Knight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Soaking up most of those spells with the destroyers. Ghouls, meanwhile, giving that dryad the run around. The mine is still alive. And he ends up cancelling this expansion attempt. Knows that he can't defend it. So we'll get revealed at some stage. We'll go for a bit of creeping, bit of extra gold. Maybe some items. A little bit of experience for the Tinker, but he's didn't send the other two heroes away, so not very much really. So 20 food lead for LuChael, but of course these not enough heroes very high level. Did buff the Death Knight's ultimate slightly, but most people I think believe it's still bad. Okay, focus fire on the Tinker to start things off. Disengage early on. Statue's quite low on mana, by the way. And the Panda Breath of Fire are getting these undead units very low in health over time. He's got quite a lot of juice in these Moonwells, though he never went for the Wellspring upgrade. Now he's using the Keeper ultimate to heal back up. Maybe that's more efficient. That Panda with that Sobi mask. He's well stocked on mana. LuChael buys a heal scroll, I think that was, on the Lich. Never tried to rebuild an Acolyte and start mining again. Oh, Panda ducks under the rockets. Looks like he's gearing up for his ultimate. Here we go, big fight now. And he's actually trying to kill the Panda Summon so hard. Look at that, 1700 HP on the Earth Summon alone. Incredibly difficult. Kill all three. Given it his best try, he knocks out the fire one. Storm one though is long gone. Go for a kill on the statue and gets it as well. They do give, you know, a decent chunk of experience though, the Panda Summons. Here we go, Pocket Factory down. We've sieged the base now. Kind of hard with all these pathways. Makes it easy for the dryads to avoid taking damage from all these melee units. Soaks up the last of that Moonwell juice. Still, you know, ages away from nighttime as well. So what Lawliet has right now, that's it. LuChael though starting to struggle for regen with that second statue having gone down. No, this one completely tapped out on mana. Doesn't really have the staying power so much anymore. Uprooting the trees, getting them in the fight. Here we go, Keeper popping the ultimate. Stuns him out of it though. Panda actually hitting some crits now though as well. Here goes the Tinker. Night Elf Army trying to run away here, but the Nova on the Panda. Is the Panda going to fall? He's splitting his damage. Had a bit of healing there for the Panda. One more Moonwell. I didn't see it back here. Oh, and that makes all the difference. Look, all of these abominations about to die. Wow. That Moonwell down in this corner made all the difference. Kept the Panda alive, gave him enough mana for a huge Breath of Fire. 2 A-bombs down, and he had to town portal out. Nightmare for LuChael. And as I said, his regen is just so bad. At least he killed most of the Moonwells. So he's kind of denied that, but I don't know. Panda's ultimate, it's got to be coming back shortly, right? Dryad coming in from the side here. He gets a little bit of damage in. 2 Night Elf heroes still alive. Playing evasively at the moment. Going to double time while these guys look for an engagement opportunity. One thing is, Lawliet doesn't have any gold at the moment. Don't know, has he got... He's got a wisp over here though. He can perhaps sell some items. Rocket Factory no longer available with that Tinker dead, so it's a bit harder to kill these buildings now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Oh, he's got Ancient of Law down in this corner. I didn't even see this. I thought it was another wisp.
A town is under siege.
Here we go. We can start things off, softening up the Undead army with that Breath of Fire. Needs to make sure he's got the Lich always on the far edge, so that every time the Panda wants to get close, taking like 5 hits from the Lich. And there we go. Pops the ultimate. No town portal to escape from this as well. Focusing down the Keeper now. Keeper does have an invul. Bit of focus fire onto the Death Knight, who's getting quite low. Death Knight also has the invul though. Gonna kill off this last Dryad. No more slow, but there is the Cyclone. Death Knight coming back down. Pops the invul. Oh! Nova Coil. Now the Keeper's getting low. Death Knight's invul wears off. Entangle. Soaks it up. The Storm Panda trying to get in range, but he's just too fast with that level 3 Unholy Aura. Able to run away to safety there. Panda back on the ground now, though. Still got enough for maybe about 2 Novas on the Lich when you factor in the regen, so... Still seems like it's anyone's game. The Keeper trying to run away. Here comes the Death Knight, looking for a couple coils to seal the match. Oh, Critter gets in the way. And the Panda's going to staff onto the Keeper. Coil. Nova. Oh, but the Death Knight goes down. He didn't switch the Destroyers off to get rid of the Entangle. Oh, that's disastrous. So bad for LuChael. Oh, but he gets the Nova. But he's out of mana just about on the Lich. Needs 20 or so more here for another Nova. But even if he gets that, he doesn't really have the firepower to kill off the Panda. And it's nighttime now. Oh, but all of the Moonwells are dead. I thought he still had 1 or 2, but no, they're all dead. Wisp gets found by the Undead army, running away at the moment. Destroyer chasing the Panda. We'll go into double time while this is happening. Okay, Acolyte. Heading up to the north. He's finally going to try to do some mining. The Panda's coming in though with the Breath of Fire. Going to try to finish this off. Here comes the Lich. There's a few good hits in there. Doesn't pop the early Novas. There's one now. Panda staffing away to the bottom. Meanwhile, the Destroyers and the A-bomb chipping away at these buildings up here. double time while this base race is unfolding. Got the panda running down the bottom.
A town
Cashing in
is
some
under siege.
items. Cashing in all of his items. Gets a rejuvenation potion from the marketplace. And some boots. Can't staff out anymore though. Standing on the edge. She's probably going to have the panda's ultimate again for this next fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
There he goes. He pops it. Looks like he's going to go for the lich kill. Meanwhile though, the destroyer is chipping away at this lore. Can uproot itself and perhaps stay alive. By eating some trees. Lich looks like he's getting surrounded. Not quite. Taunt. Going back in. Still quite a lot longer on the duration, but the panda just about out of mana. That storm panda doesn't have enough for another cyclone. And the undead army going for the building kill now.
A
Couple of
player's
units
forces
out to
are
the
under
side.
attack.
It's still taking some focus fire. Here we go. Time's out. Oof. Here goes the panda, and finally Lawliet throws in the towel. Well played by LuChael. You know, those 3 or so expansion cancels or kills really kept him in the fight. He just had such a big economy advantage for so much of this, even though he fell behind on the hero levels, able to squeeze out the win. Got a bit of gold from that 3rd gold mine as well, I think made the difference down the straight. But yeah, some good plays from Lawliet as well. But yeah, the 4 meat wagons, it seemed like it was going to match up very poorly against Lawliet's army, but then he used it to siege the expansion. There was a great play by LuChael and perhaps the winning play as well. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.